On the long journey of life, we often find that, faced with the same lush forest, some see vibrant beauty, while others see only thorny obstacles. Faced with the same difficult situation, some find hope in despair, while others become devastated and depressed. The decisive factor behind this is often our cognition and way of thinking. Correct cognition and a clear mindset are like a bright beacon, guiding us through the ocean of life and leading us smoothly to the harbor of success. Incorrect cognition and a chaotic mindset, like a thick fog, can cause us to lose our way and even lead us to the danger of being stranded. Cognition is our perspective and understanding of the world and life. It acts like a filter, filtering the various types of information we receive and influencing our judgment and decisions. Positive cognition allows us to see the light of hope in difficult times and fills us with the strength to strive forward. Negative cognition can drag us into difficult situations and rob us of our confidence. For example, when faced with the same challenge, those who hold the belief that they can succeed will proactively explore solutions, ultimately overcoming difficulties and reaping the fruits of success. However, those who hold the belief that they cannot succeed will hesitate and shrink back, ultimately missing out on success and achieving nothing. When we were young, our elders often warned us not to talk to strangers. Once this belief takes root, we unconsciously become wary of strangers, even avoiding them. As we grow older, we are exposed to the belief that success comes with hard work. We strive hard in our studies and work, convinced that if we put in enough effort, we will be rewarded. These beliefs, both good and bad, subtly shape our behavior. Positive cognition can unleash our inner potential, enabling us to move forward courageously and fearlessly. Our thinking style is the methods and strategies we employ when considering problems. It determines our perspective and the path we take to solve them. When we encounter a problem, different ways of thinking can lead to vastly different outcomes. For example, when faced with a complex project, some people approach it from a macro perspective, building the overall framework first and then gradually refining the details. Others approach it from a micro perspective, solving small problems one by one before integrating them. Both approaches have their pros and cons. The key is choosing the one that works for you to complete the task efficiently. An open-minded approach allows us to discover more possibilities. When we develop a habit of thinking from multiple perspectives, we can seize opportunities that others overlook. For example, when designing Apple product, Steve Jobs focused not only on the product's functionality and technology, but also on user experience, design aesthetic, and other aspects, ultimately creating trend-setting product. His open-minded approach made Apple one of the world's most valuable brands. If someone consistently approaches problems with a fixed mindset, it will be difficult for them to break through their limitations and achieve self-improvement. If we cling to outdated cognitive patterns and fixed mindset, we are easily left behind by the tide of the times. Therefore, we must always maintain a thirst for knowledge, embrace new ideas with an open and inclusive attitude, and be willing to explore and bravely put them into practice. It's important to understand that our cognition and thinking are not static. They are gradually constructed and refined through continuous practical exploration and deep reflection. When faced with a difficult problem, we should not rush to a conclusion, but instead reflect and examine whether our cognition and thinking are biased. By summarizing past experiences and learning from failures, we can continuously refine and adjust our cognition and thinking to better align with our current situation. In the realm of learning, we must establish a scientific and rational learning philosophy and broaden our horizons, not sticking to traditional learning paths but venturing into diverse learning method. In the workplace, we should maintain a positive work attitude. Once this attitude is established, we will love our careers even more and be willing to devote more effort to them. In daily life, we should cultivate an optimistic and open-minded attitude and expand our horizons. We should not limit ourselves to our own little world, but actively participate in various social activities, meet people from all walks of life, and enrich our life experiences. Cultivating a positive outlook requires continuous learning and deep reflection, which help elevate our cognitive level. We should immerse ourselves in positive people and situations, drawing strength from them. Furthermore, Learning to empathize and examine issues from different perspectives allows you to gain a more comprehensive and in-depth understanding of this complex world. Thinking is the method by which we analyze problems and seek answers. It's like a bridge, connecting the starting point of the problem with the destination of the answer. Faced with the same problem, those with clear thinking can quickly grasp its essence, pinpoint the key issues, and effectively resolve them.